A Trip to Woodland, retold by Jane and Sarah Brierley. Illustrations by Tony Wolff. The Magic Ring. Redbeard slept for 3 whole days. When he woke up, he yawned and looked around. "Where am I?" he asked. The gnomes gathered round. "Don't you remember?" said Cowslip. "We helped you get rid of your toothache." "So you did!" exclaimed the giant, clapping his hand to his cheek. "Here, drink some of this," said Cowslip, handing Redbeard a bowl of cider from the gnome's apple distillery. "That will liven you up." The giant was very grateful to the gnomes and helped them build a marvelous dam to give them water for their fields all year long. He planted a giant vegetable patch with seeds he'd brought with him. The gnomes found him a warm, dry cave for a home and helped him get settled. "He couldn't possibly live in the village. I'm sure he'll be happy and comfortable there," said Crocus, the magician gnome. But that night, when he looked in his crystal ball, he saw Redbeard sad and lonely, sitting with his head in his hands. "Poor giant," murmured Crocus. "What can we do? He's so big and we're so small." He thought a while. "I have it! Now, where did I put that great book of gnomes?" Far into the night, Crocus pored over the yellowed pages of the great book. Suddenly, a paragraph caught his eye. "2 days in our history shall be remembered. The first is the day on which the Gnome King, 3,000 moons ago, captured the colors of the rainbow in a tiny crystal and set it in a golden ring. The crystal began to sparkle with an enchanted light, and the Gnome King soon discovered that it possessed great power." "I wonder what the power was," mumbled Crocus to himself. At the end of his life, the Gnome King took the magic ring back from his great wizard, who had been tempted to use it wrongly. He carried it to the Lake of the Rocks. Rubbing the ring for the last time, he threw it into the icy waters. "Rest in peace, O ring! May the great wizard be transformed into a dragon, until 30 steps appears in the land of the gnomes. On that second great day of our history, our people will regain the ring." Crocus laid down the great book. 30 steps! The very next morning, Crocus went to the Council of the Wood and urged its members to organize an expedition to the Lake of the Rocks with Redbeard. "The great book is never wrong," he said. Redbeard was eager to help the gnomes, but everyone was a little afraid of the unknown dragon wizard. When the expedition reached the lake, Redbeard strode bravely into the gray water. Overhead, black clouds loomed. Suddenly, they saw a huge tail disappearing into the water on the far side of the lake. Redbeard could see something glittering at the bottom of the lake. He scooped it up. The magic ring! The dragon swam after him, but Redbeard reached the shore safely. Everyone stared at the green thing twisting and turning in the water. Suddenly it peeled open like a banana skin, and out popped a gnome. Free at last!" cried the gnome. It was the great wizard. Crocus stepped forward. "How do you do? I'm Crocus the magician." The gnome bowed. "How do you do?" he answered politely. "I'm Zag, the once-upon-a-time wizard." "You must thank our giant Redbeard for setting you free," exclaimed Crocus. "I was looking in the great book of gnomes for something to make Redbeard less lonely, and I came upon the story of the ring. By the way, what is the power of the ring?" "Aha!" said Zag. "Just what you need. The ring has the power, for example, to make people grow big or small. Just recite the magic formula on page 777 of the great book. State your request and rub the ring." Crocus couldn't resist. "Redbeard," he commanded, "say, 'Norum borum pon my snorum strength.'" "Norum borum pon my snorum strength," boomed the giant. Crocus rubbed the ring. "Yo!" squeaked Redbeard, finding himself looking Crocus straight in the eye. "I'm tiny!" And he grinned from ear to ear as all the gnomes filed back to the village on this second great day of gnome history.